All right. Just gonna keep doing it. She's on Spanish.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Let's see. Testing. Testing.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes
Perfect.
water. You put it in the chat. All right. All right, Shalom. Is your Shalom Yabashim Yashab Rakathum to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathab Bashim Yahweh Shai to the sisters. We at the Isupk Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group.
Right.
We teach that all so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. We are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. That Esau, or as you know him, or you're going to learn a little bit more about him today, actually, when we go over our class, is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Right. So today, those of y'all who are just now tuning in, we left last week, Genesis chapter 35, verse 18. So today we're going to be going over the book of Genesis chapter 35, verse 19 to 36 and 38. As you already know, we do the 49 verses in the Hebrew. Priest and Officer Allah Tazal will be reading in Hebrew, and then we'll break it down into English. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. You got anything, Allah Tazal, before we begin?
Sir.
So, with that being said, Abijam, which means to stand, just me and the brother up here.
La Yashala, which means 2 or 4 Israel. Majim, Hapayan, Hakwadam, which means to rise and face the east. We're going over the prayers in the Hebrew and then in the English. Repeat after me. This is Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak Wathka, Taba'ah, Batazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Wala'ah, Dabaya Anawa, Balasaya 1, Abal, Habashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapa Araf, La Awalamyam, Aman.
Now in the English, our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Thy kingdom come,
that will be done
in
earth
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
our
daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debts.
debtors.
And lead us not
into
into
temptation,
but
deliver us
from evil.
For
thine is the
For thine is the kingdom
and the power
and the power
and the glory
and the glory
forever.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushai, Nathan Lalawa, Hakak, Larpa'ah, Kal Maka Allah, Kal Malawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamata Zarayam, Hakak, Lahaquayam, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Raka Awath, Atama Allah, Lagar Shun, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman.
Now in the English, Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai,
please give us the power.
Give us the power.
The power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them
To
out.
cast them out.
In the name.
In the name
of Yahushua.
of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. It's blessed Israel, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Barak Lanawa,
Barak Lanao.
Wayashala,
Yahusha,
Waha,
Ba'a,
Bayath, Saparium,
Saparium,
Barak,
Barak,
Bahashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
the water,
the water,
Aman.
Aman. What we just said was, Lord,
Lord,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
bless us
and
Israel
and the school,
in the name
of
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Thank you.
So
be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Aganya, All, Maharyam, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Azoya, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wabatazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Wagarka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Anah, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Ayad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Alayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Aska, Wawa'aka, Ma'ata, I will
Psalm 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help
cometh
from the Lord.
Coming from the Lord,
which made heaven
and
earth.
earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
thee
will not slumber. Behold,
he
that keepeth Israel,
Israel shall not slumber,
nor sleep.
The
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade.
The Lord is thy shade
Upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee
all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in
From this time forth.
And even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Dam Yalaka, Al Taka Arash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayab Yaka, Yahamaya 1, Ra'ash, Al Imaka, Yawa Yamwa, Sawada, Wata, Yatazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, One Kakidam, Magalia, Wala Yazakar, Shem Yasha Allah, Awada, Kaya, Nawa Atazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Aluka, Bariyak, Yakarathawa, Ahaya, Adawam, Wa, Yashima, Alayam, Mawa Abba, Bahagariam, Gabal, Ba'ama 1, Ba'amalak, Palashak, Ain Yashabya, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Amam, Hayawa, Zarawa, Labunya, Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Lahub, Kamadya, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabya, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamawa, Bayan, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, La Dama, Shatama, Nada, Yamawa, Kaira, Bakaza Abba, Bakaza Bak, Bakata Zarmanai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amara, Naya Rasha, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shatama, Kagargala, Kakwash, Lapunya, Rabka Kaash, Kaiba Ira, Yaira, Wa, Kalahaba, Dalahat, Haryam, Kun, Dama, Masa Irika, Wabasa, Wapaka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Punyaham, Kuala 1, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahawa, Ayai, Waya, Kapara, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Dawa, Kaya, Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Aliwan, Alcohol, Ha'arataza.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O God.
O God.
For
lo,
thine enemies
make a tumult.
And they that hate
thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted
against thy hidden ones. They have said,
Come Come, let us cut them
and
off.
let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
They have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of
The
Edom.
tabernacles of Edom
And the Ishmaelites.
and the Ishmaelites
Of Moab.
of Moab,
the
the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and
and Ammon,
Amalek.
and Amalek,
Philistines.
the Philistines,
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also was joined with them.
Assur also is joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They have
Lot.
hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as to the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
at the
Kison,
brook of Kison,
which perished at the door.
which perished at the door.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nose like a red.
Make their nobles like a rib,
like Zaid.
and like Zaid.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All the princes
as Zabah.
as
And
Abba
as Amun.
and as Amunya,
Who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves.
let us take to
the
ourselves
house of
the
God
houses of God
in possession.
in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
Make them like a whip.
make them like a wheel,
As stubble before the wind.
as a stubble before the wind,
As a fire burns the wood.
as the fire burns the wood,
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
and as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy
And
tempest,
make them afraid.
and make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy
Fill
storm.
their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with
That
shame,
they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord,
Let them be confounded.
let them be confounded
And troubled.
and troubled
Ever.
forever.
Yea.
Yea,
Let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish,
That men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
the most
art
high,
the Most High
over
over all the earth. The blessings in Hebrew, Barak atah Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, why Ma'aka Allah, why Allahayim, Matazab Ya'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha'alawampya, Hasarwanyam, Hakwatazar Yunyam, Haka Yanyam, Waha Akwatyan, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, no water, Amen.
Now in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Yahweh Shai,
And Michael.
and Michael,
And the angels.
and the angels,
The manager of your hunter.
Commander General Yohana,
Generals.
the generals,
Captains.
the captains,
The officers.
the officers,
Troopers.
the troopers,
And the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shai.
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Thank you.
thank you,
So be it.
so be it.
Sorry, face me. All right, you may be seated. All right, for those who just not maybe tuning in, I see a couple people also in Christ. Book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 19 is where we're going to be starting, all the way to the book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 38. Priest and Officer Alatazar will be reading the 7 verses in the Hebrew, and then we'll break down in the English and continue. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 19 in the Hebrew. Watamath, Raka'al, Watokabar, Badarak, Badaran, Aparatha, Hawa'a, Bayath, Lakam, Wayatazab, Yai Matazaba, Al, Quabaratha, Hawa'a, Matazabath, Quabarath, Raka'al, Aid, Hayawam, verse 21, Wayasai, Yashala, is that a yes? Wayat, Ahala, Ahoya, Ahoya, Ahawa, Maha La'a, Lama Gadal, Idar, verse 22. Wayahab, Bashakan, Yashala, Ba'aratazah, Hahawa'a, Wayalan, Ra'a, is that enough? Is that enough? That's enough. That's enough. Slacky, y'all. Why Rabban, Rob, because it's Reuben. Rabban, why your Shaka Ath Balaha Payalagash Abaya Abayawa Wayash Ma'ai Yasha Allah Wayahayawa Banya Yaikwab Shanyam Ishar, verse 23, Banya La'aha La'a Bakawar Yaikwab Ra'awaban Washama I1 Walla Waya Wayaha Wada Waya Shashakar Shashakar we on Waza Bayalawam Banya Waka'al Yawa Sataza Wabunya Wabunyaman Wabunya Balaha Shapaka'ath Raka'al Dun Wana Patlaya, verse 26, last verse. Wabunya Zalapa Shapaka'ath La'ath Gad Wa'agashar Alaha or Allah Bunya Yaikwab Ashar Yalad Lawa Bapadam Arama. That's all. The book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 19 through 26. And Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave. That is the pillar of Rachel's grave until this day. Until this day. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Edar. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in that land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine. I'll read it again. And it came to pass when Israel dwelt in that land that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine. And Israel heard it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12.
Okay, if I could. This should be pretty straightforward. Let's just see if y'all paying attention. So Reuben lay with his father's concubine.
That's crazy.
Okay, we don't practice this today, but who would this be? When it says his concubine, who is it really? What's another word for that?
Right.
See if y'all know.
That's crazy.
Sister said wife. Yes, you're correct. Wife, right? So he lay with his father's wife, one of his wives, pretty much, right? Now, this was not Reuben's biological mother. We understand this, right? But he lay with her. There was no blood relation between them. Is that okay? me see if y'all paying attention. I know it's early. Is it okay to lay with your father's wife? La. Okay, Most High in Christ. Can I get Leviticus 18 and 8?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
Read that one more time.
The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
Go ahead.
It is thy father's nakedness.
So can you, okay. Do y'all understand the spirit behind that? It says that that's his father's nakedness. I'm gonna walk y'all through it. Akim. What's another word for our wives? What do we call them? Y'all should know this. What's another word? Okay. Well, what's another word for wife that we use here in truth? Ribs. Now, what is a rib a part of? Yep, ribs. Yep. What is a rib a part of? Come on, y'all want it. What's a rib a part of? Your body. Most High in Christ. So when a man says, this is my rib, meaning this is my wife, she is a part of you. This is why, this is a while ago. I believe it was Captain Quam and Captain Badalha. They were giving a breakdown on this. You got to understand the spirit behind sleeping with another man's wife. This is why, like, again, we're so against it. We hate what God hates, first of all. But when you sleep with another man's wife, in a sense, spiritually, you're sleeping with him. Like, think about it. You ever hear, like, in the world, like when a man wants to get back at another man, right? What is one thing that a lot of people will do? I'll just give it to you for time's sake. He's like, oh, I'm going to take his woman. Why? Because, like, he understands, like, that's a part of him.
Right.
That's going to hurt. I took his woman. I can't say what I really want to say, but I'm going to put it to you like this. Do you understand how strange it is?
That's strange. That
you're having sex with a woman while thinking of another man? Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
That's crazy.
That's weird. That's, I don't know if I can't say it. I'm just saying that's rainbow activities.
Right.
All right, that's weird. We don't do that up in here. You understand that, right? Right, yeah, okay, you got it. So that's why that scripture right there, I wanted to bring that out, Leviticus 18 and 8, because you're not just committing adultery. We understand, like, that's what that is, right? A woman sleeping with another man other than her husband is adultery. Adultery for a man is a man sleeping with a woman who already belongs to another man. That is adultery. So what Reuben just committed was adultery. And I'm going to say it's gay. Salaki. You don't do that. Right. Because if you do that, we're gonna, not only are you a weirdo, we're going to look at you like, he a little, like, you did that knowing that she got a man. You probably didn't even meet him, but you know, like, oh, yeah, he ain't going to find him. Right. You're thinking of another man. You're sticking your rod where another man sticks his rod. That's disgusting.
If I may.
Go ahead.
Sperm lives in the body for 5 days. Trust me, she just had sex with that man 2 days ago. A day ago. Same day. You want to rub, you're disgusting. I shouldn't even have to break down what I was going to go into. You're disgusting. I don't want all that wishy-washy on me. You want another man's stuff. You might as well. You nasty, my boy. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
G-H-E-Y.
Yeah, G-H-E-Y.
Oh, hopefully they don't ban that.
We'll see. But Salaki, that's all I got.
And if I may, what you're reading about, and this sets the tone for why Christ came out of Judah. This sets the tone for why Judites became, I don't like to say it, but it was the head tribe. This sets the tone for it. Because you're seeing men you give it to your firstborn. You're now seeing these firstborns and secondborns and thirdborns. You're going to see how they mess up and how the seed, or let's say how the king did not come through their seed. It had to come through Judah's seed. Even though, and let me tell you something, Judah is horrible. We do some crazy stuff. But, and the scripture even say that too. But right now you're looking at, and you're going to see why, okay, Reuben, you was first, but now I can't pass on the king. The king of Israel cannot come to Reuben because of this one sin. And I also want you to get to understand how big a sin is.
Right.
You see how big that sin was? Christ would come out of a Reubenite. The greatest of us all would come out of a Reubenite. He would come out of Reuben if Reuben didn't decide to go do this. Now understand your sins.
Exactly.
Understand what you are potentially allowing to happen because you don't do correct. Imagine what the blessings that could come out of you, the blessings that you could receive, but you decide to sin. Now again, he's still part of 12 tribes. That's no problem. But imagine if Reuben never did that. Imagine him getting the curse to be the head tribe. Imagine, not even the curse. Imagine him being there was nothing bad to be said about Reuben. Right. Imagine if Christ came out of Reuben. Just imagine that. Now Reuben could sit back and look and say, hey, look, the kingdom of Israel comes through my lineage. But it goes through Judah now. Imagine your seed. Imagine what you do. Imagine the type of child you could have. And when you sin, now look at what that child could become. That child might not be as great as it could have been because why? Because of your mistake.
If I could, real quick, there's a few accounts of that in the Bible, right? Like we just talked about Esau and Jacob. Remember, now again, it was prophesied that Jacob was gonna get it, like the younger over the older.
Right.
But again, how did that happen? Naturally, when you give an inheritance, like the brother was breaking down, you usually go through the oldest son most of the time, right? But then that oldest son, he might be an idiot. You might go on through all these years, you done built up an inheritance for your children. And you have your oldest, you like, I'm gonna give my inheritance, or I'll give most of my inheritance to my oldest son.
Right. And
you find out your son is a drug addict. He's a fool. He blows his money on whores and does all types of stuff, right? But let's say you got another son. He might be the youngest.
Right.
And you're like, you know what? I was gonna give it to him, but this son, he's a little bit more responsible.
Right.
I trust him because of his character. Now, age don't matter. Now it's like, you know what? I'm going to give it to him. Another one real quick before we continue. The 3 sons of Noah.
Right.
What happened with Ham? Y'all want to know why Africans go through what they go through? It's because of their ancestor, Ham.
He's the oldest.
Yeah, he was.
Ham was oldest.
He was the oldest. But what did Shem and Japheth do? When their father was in his nakedness drunk, they said, oh, let's cover up our father. Let's honor our father. Let's respect him. Ham laughed.
That's crazy.
He clowned his father. Like, first of all, Noah, you wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for Noah.
Right.
Like, come on, man. And you laughed at him, you mocked him. Guess what happened? He got cursed. That's what happened. And you're reading throughout the Bible because Ham ends up getting conquered. Ham once had, was ruling at one point, Egypt.
Right.
Guess what happened? They lost that too.
Right.
Why? Because of something that their ancestor did.
That's crazy.
So now, say no different with Israel. Hey, we supposed to be on top. Look where we at. Because of what our ancestors did. We were supposed to be the fan favorite. We still are. It's like it. But we're supposed to be the ones that are in power. Who's in power? It's Esau. Again, we were chosen. We messed it up. So guess who got it now? Now it's Esau. Before Esau, you had the Persians, the Medes, you had Ham, of course. The superpowers on the planet are like America, Russia, and China. Those are like the big 3 in a sense, right? But it's all due to something that your ancestor has done. So now, like you said, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, what you do, you might not understand. That might trickle down to your kids. It's not just about you. That's why we say a lot of the truth. Like, you never know who's watching, all right? You think that you're hiding, smoking something, whatever. Little do you know, you find out that your son's been watching you this entire time.
Right.
And you wondering why he starts smoking. Sis, you was a hoe on the low, so I do. And then you wondering, why is your daughter like that? Maybe she picked it up from somewhere. It's like you. That's all I got.
If I may, precept, Lamentations 5 and 7, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. That's literally what he just said. Just because you sin, your child can born the iniquity of you. That's no different than when the disciples were with Christ and they saw the blind man since birth, and they asked Christ, "Did this man do something, or did his parents do something?" Because this is what they knew. They know that anything I can do, it can be reflected on my child. I'll give you a story. I'm gonna be short-winded. There was a sister in the school. This is a real life story. This story involves one of my best friends in the school. It was a sister in this school, and this sister she ended up committing adultery. But prior to that, a discussion was had with her and her husband, and the discussion was, or what her solution was nothing has happened to my mama. Now her mama was in the school. Her mama left the school. Her mama was married to a brother in the school too. Her mother ends up leaving the school. The daughter, she goes by and say, well, nothing has happened to my mother. This is a real life. I'm giving you a real life story. And this is not too long ago. The daughter goes, nothing happened to my mother. She left the school as well. That's what she said. She committed sin as well. She left and nothing has happened to her. Guess what? The daughter committed adultery. Guess what? The daughter died. The daughter died in the same bed that she committed adultery in. Guess what? Something did happen to the mother. The mother lost a daughter. See, you not even seeing what it can be. I don't do this for me. I don't care about me. I'm 33 years old, man. My life is what it is. It's what it is. I have children on the way. I have grandchildren on the way. I have great grandchildren on the way. What I do affects them. This is why your life is the way it is, because your mother, your father, your grandparents, your great grandparents did not think about future generation. That's why generational wealth is so talked about now. But generational wealth is through the scriptures. Generational wealth is forever. Generational wealth is the kingdom of heaven. How do you get the kingdom of heaven? You go to Malachi 4:4. It'll tell you to always think about the commandments. How do you get the kingdom of heaven? Revelation 21:14. It tells you the only way you get to the kingdom of heaven is by keeping the commandments. What are we talking about? You are a sinner. Guess what? If you don't get punished for it, my granddad had been smoking cigarettes for 80 years. Don't worry, you're going to get lung cancer.
It's crazy how that happened. Another account real quick. I ain't going to be long with you, so we got to continue. I bring this one up a lot, actually. Again, King David, right? King David committed adultery. He got a man killed over it. Now, King David was still allowed to be King David. He fasted, he prayed and everything. Guess what happened? His child died.
Come on.
He ended up having another child. Solomon came along, and but the thing was, he would have had another son. Matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it. Not only did his first child die, I don't know if y'all remember this account. There was another account later on. He had other sons, and one of them, for time's sake, ended up wanting to have sex with his blood sister. That makes sense, right? Now, you're probably wondering, okay, what does that have to do with it? At one point, David was a sexual deviant. That's what adultery, you have.
Yes.
Remember we just broke down about adultery, like, come on now. So, and that cost the life of another man.
Right.
And his child. And guess what happened? One of your sons got older. Now he's a sexual deviant. He, Salakia, sexually assaulted his own sister. And you want to know what happened to that son? His own brother killed him, right?
We're not making this up.
And guess what happened to that brother that killed him? He died.
This is crazy. Look, and if I may, Judah could only have sex with a woman who seemed to be a whore.
Oh, yeah.
That is passed through Judah today. I know Judite. I'm a Judite. It passed through Judites today. Do you understand that demon that you have can be passed on to your child? It's what you said today, you just don't know you're saying it. Generational curses, generational trauma. Nothing that they say now is new. All you gotta do is read the Bible. Everything is in there. It's literally telling you what you do, that demon that's in you, it can pass through your child. It can. So that is why your job in here is to be what? Be ye perfect. Just as your Father in heaven is perfect. Why? So those things that are in you can pass on to your child. That's why you teach your child discipline. This is why you teach your child respect. This is why you teach your child to work hard. This is why you teach your child to honor thy father, thy mother. Because guess what? And we talk about it all the time. Eventually, I have to come back. My wife has to come back. My brother has to come back. My son has to come back. Well, why would I not want him to come back into a perfect family? If I end up 70% perfect at the end, I pray my child is better than me. He becomes 80% perfect. I pray my grandchild is better than my child. He becomes 90% perfect. Guess who comes back after that? Me. Now I'm all the way perfect. We always bring up the thing about Christ. I know we're long-winded, but this is heavy. We always think about Christ. Christ came back plenty of times. He wasn't perfect to that last time.
No.
He was the first Adam and the last Adam. The last Adam is a quickening spirit. He makes you alive because why? The first Adam killed us all. By doing what? Listening to his mom. He was as Solomon. I had being around women. He had a problem. He had an issue. He came back with the same damn issue. Mm-hmm. And finally, he broke the issue. He said, you know what? I'm just not even going to deal with no woman.
You know, it's funny. At the end, Christ didn't even have one.
I'm not even going to deal with no woman.
We have no one.
We're not making this up. Everything we're saying is literally in the Bible. This is, look, I didn't think about this when I was reading it. I just thought about it now as we talking. Like, wow, that's another point. Let me tell you something. He is in the volume of the book. Perfection is in the volume of the book. Who is perfect? Christ is perfect. If I may.
Verse
23. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, and Levi, and Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. And the sons of Bilhah, Rachel's handmaid, Dan, and Naphtali. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, Gad, and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob, which were born to him and Pandam Aram. Book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 27. 36, 24. Through Genesis 36 and 4 in the Hebrew. Wayaba'ah, Yaquab, Al, Yatazaka, Kach. What is that? Yatazak, Yatazak, Abba Yawa, Mama Ra'ah, Quarayath, Ha'arabai, Hawa'ah, Ka'abayan, Ashar, Garah or Gar, Shum, Garshum, Abraham, Waya Tazaqua, Waya Hayawa, Yamaya, Ya Tazaqua, Ma'at, Shana, Washa Munyum, Shana, Waya Ga Wa'ai, Ya Tazak Ka'akwa, Waya Math, Waya Asa, Waya I, Sataza, Al, Ima Yawab, Zaquan, Washa Ba'ai, Yamayum, Waya Kwa Barawa, Athwa, Aishawa, Waya Iqua, Bunyawa, verse 36, Wa'ala, Wa'yala, Thala Dawath, Aishawa, Hawa'a, Adawam, verse 2, Aishawa, Laqwa Ka'a, Ath, Nasha Yawab, Mabun Wath, Kana Ain, Ath, Aida, Bath, Ayalawan, Hakatayab, Wa'ath, Ahala, Ahal, Yabama, Bath, Aina, Bath, Taza Ba'aiwan, Hakawaya, verse 3, Wa'ath, Bashamath, Ath, Yashama'al, Akawath, Wa'ath, Naba Ya'iwath, verse 4, last verse. Watalai, Aida, Laishua, Ath, Ala Yab, Lapazla, Alapaya, Al, what is man? Ath, Al Yapath, Waba Shemath, Yalada, Ath, Ra'ai Wa'al. The book of Genesis, chapter 35, verse 27. And Jacob came unto Isaac his father unto Mamre, and unto the city of Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned. And the days of Isaac were 180 years. And Isaac gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people, being old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. That's what you want to be. You want to be old and full of days. So long have blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Latinos, West Indians. So long we die early. For what? Why do we die early in comparison to Jacob out here dying at old age? Why did Abraham die at old age? Buried around their children, their grandchildren. Why do you die so young? Why do you die so rough? Why do you die so lightly? Why do you die without sounding? Why do you die and it's so horrible? Everybody's at your funeral just crying. They're not crying with happiness because they know what type of lifestyles you live. I remember my cousin got unalived, and I didn't go to the funeral. I was out here, and my grandmother, she didn't tell nobody else. But she told me because she could tell me these things. She was like, "Yeah, a costly casket does not get you to heaven." And I'm like, wow, Now, though my grandma was a sinner, old people still know something. She still lived. She was 75. My young cousin died when he was 30. He didn't get the experience. And he had a child. He didn't get the experience. Why? Because he's a sinner. That's why you die early. Some brothers might pass away because they were so righteous, and the Lord does not need for them to be here to see this unscrupulous lifestyle that we live. So the Lord may pass you away. Don't worry, you good to go. You know, that ain't you. You a sinner, and you're going to die early. You might die today. You literally might die today. So you could be driving your car today. You could have just sinned. Guess what? The Lord be like, I'm tired of you. You keep sinning, and you know the truth. I'm going to unalive you. I'm going to get you out of here. So many of our people die early. They don't get to experience life. Life is not in your 20s and 30s. You still a dummy. Life is when you're 50, 60, 70, 80. You see the fruits of your labor. It takes a while for a tree to grow. A tree does not grow in a year, 2 years. You start looking at them oak trees, them big red trees. They grow up in the forest. They've been around hundreds of years. You like, man, what has this tree seen? He's seen more than you. Why? Because he listens to the Creator. Unlike your behind. You try to do what you own. You try to do what you want to do when you want to do it, which is why you pass away early. Which is why your parents pass away early. Which is why your cousins pass away early. Which is why you're going to be right next behind them. You always talk about a rapper or some famous person that died early. Guess what? You're going to be the same way. You just not famous. You're just not famous. You're going to die just like him. You like smoking weed, you're going to die. You like toting guns and being whatever type of thug you think you are, you're going to die. You like being a whore, you're going to die. There are ways for you to die. You can prolong your life by not involving yourself in these things. You know how a whore dies? Because she ends up having sex with some dude that she has no idea about. And she does not know this man is a serial killer and he unalives her. You don't know. You know how weed smoker dies? He ends up doing something for some weed. He goes to prison. He gets unalived in prison. Or he gets shot on a drug deal. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not making this up.
If I could,
yes, sir.
Quick, I just want to bring out how you're bringing out how when you sin, it just leads to more sin. Like, what is sin? Sin is the transgression of the law. When you follow the law, that brings life to you. Remember when, I'm paraphrasing, when it said that the Most High breathed life into Adam. He didn't give him CPR. That's not really what happened. He breathed life into him in a sense of he breathed life into him in a sense of he's making the knowledge of the law known unto him. Therefore, now he is truly alive. When you sin, you die. I got a quick story, real quick, right? This was when I was back home. I was like in high school, and there was this person that I went to high school with. Now he was kind of like a school pretty much for the most part, like smoking weed, selling drugs, kind of like in and out of school. Like he was pretty good at basketball, but of course, like he didn't really do nothing with that because you're not really in school.
Right.
Well, I remember we used to play at this park. It was called Stroke Park. We used to play basketball there. This dude used to talk so much smack, and at that time I had a little bit I had a little more self-control, so I kind of just dealt with it like whatever. Like I ain't worried about this dude. Well, one day I got tired of him. He just kept talking smack. Like I was a teenager at this time. Forgive me. So we kind of got into it real quick. He never bothered me again. And then I remember I got like scolded by my father and like some of the coaches. And I was wondering like, why are you scolding me? Like this dude is screw up. And they were telling me like, no, like we know he's a screw up, but you don't got to do it. Like don't give into that.
Right.
Don't give into what he's doing. All right, you're better than that. And it took a lot for me to like swallow my pride and be like, all right, well. I ain't seen much of that brother since. But I remember the last thing I heard about him was, remember I told you about the drugs? Well, he was kind of a fiend. And then I heard that he went to this park. He wanted drugs. Somebody was selling him drugs. He didn't have no money. You want to know what he did for them drugs?
That's crazy. Leave it at that.
I'm going to give it to you like this. He performed rainbow activities.
That's crazy.
For drugs. Drugs. You see how like one sin, like you being disobedient to your parents, you out here doing God knows what, you smoking weed, doing all that, and then you were so desperate for weed, you committed,
right?
That's what it led to.
And if I may, this is the same thing you hear about a lie. Like growing up, you hear about telling a lie. Tell one lie, you gotta tell another, tell another, tell another. Yeah, look, I forgot. My bad. Punish me. I messed up. Salakia. Whatever. That's own up to your mistake. So why? You don't have to commit sin. Right. Your problem is you don't know how to do that because you're a sinner. And every sinner is a hypocrite, and every hypocrite is a sinner. I'm gonna teach you something. Baruch 4:1. This is one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible. Baruch 4 is one of my favorite chapters in the Bible because this gives you the onus of everything that you really need to know. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endures forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof. You want to know what the light is? Go to Proverbs 6:23. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. Verse 4. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to God are made known unto us. No one knows that. No one outside of Israel knows what pleases God. No one outside of Israel knows what it takes to be alive. No one outside of Israel understands what the Lord is trying to give you. Everybody out there swear they know God. Every sinner in the world that you've ever met in your life, and trust me, every last single one of them is a sinner. From your mama to your cousin, to your favorite cousin, your favorite uncle, auntie, sinner. They don't know nothing about God. They do whatever they want to do and say they have a relationship with God. No, they don't. They think they have a relationship with God. God does not want anything to do with them. Why? Because this person has turned his back on God. God does what? He turns his face on you. These are sinners. No one outside, I'm telling you, no one outside of One West really understands what it takes to please God. The Lord is giving you, he's giving you the tool to save your life. Everybody that you see that does not follow these laws, statutes, commandments, they don't give a damn about life. And because they don't give a damn about their life, they definitely don't give a damn about yours. Right. I yield.
Yeah, 36-2.
36-2. I was already on that. I ain't doing it.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, Salaki.
Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom.
Okay, if I could.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to give everything out because I want to break down how this is Esau. So we're gonna get through this. I'm gonna have you read the next 7 verses, and I'm gonna break down to y'all geographically how, like, who Esau is, and I'll leave it at that. I don't want to give it away. Go ahead.
Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan.
Right.
If I may, let me start right there. What did Jacob do that Esau didn't do? Somebody right here from that one verse, from that part of that one verse I just read, Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan. What did Esau do, and what did Jacob do? What made Jacob a righteous man? What made Esau an unrighteous man?
This again, if I could, y'all free to answer. Again, shows the nature of Esau and why he wasn't given the inheritance.
Esau took while Jacob had a deal or understanding.
A little more.
Okay.
Because I want.
Okay, think of it like this. What are we taught when it comes to marrying someone? I'll give it to you. Are we supposed to marry somebody of our tribes? Okay, so what did Esau do that Jacob didn't do? He did that right there. He did something different. Okay, Jacob followed the instructions of his father.
What were the instructions? Name.
Okay, so
you got it.
Okay, a black man being with a white man is watch this. That's even worse. A black man being with a white woman. I guess it's kind of the same, but yeah.
Yes.
A black man being with a white woman is what? It's a sin. Why? They're heathens. Yeah. Are we supposed to sleep with heathens? Okay. Now, like in today's term, like what would that be called? Like it's something marriage. It's called a what marriage? Interracial marriage, right? So did Jacob take wives from another nation? No. So what did Esau do from another nation? Most High in Christ.
Give us sister hand. Look, everything is spelled out directly for you to let you know. And this is why Christ even went up to everybody in Israel and told them, ye are of your father the devil. He knew what was on their mind, not just this one thing in particular. He knew. Everybody who was dealing with Christ at that time, who was looking at Christ and couldn't understand Christ, they were sinners.
Right.
Because the only reason why you don't understand Christ is because you are a sinner. That's why Christ is a stumbling block, because you are a sinner. You will never understand it. I believe in Psalms 110. Oh, I got to find it. The only way you get understanding is by keeping the commandments. You don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, so you will not understand what's going on. Your problem is you want to have sex with white women. That's your problem. That is your problem. Your problem is you want to have sex with women outside your race, outside of your nation, outside of you got 12 tribes to deal with. You see how many? I'm in LA. You see how many around here? You see how many Latinos run around here? You see how many black women run around here? And you decide to say, I'm gonna bypass that, and I'm gonna get this white thing that has the features of one of these type of sisters. That's what you decided to do. You know why? Because you are of your father the devil. Esau is the devil. Yep. Edom is the devil.
And we're seeing it right here.
Come on.
I know like y'all might be thinking, like, how is he the devil by doing this? He's already being disobedient.
Come on.
Jacob took wives of his nation. Esau, again, this is another reason to show the characteristic. Remember, he gave up his inheritance for food. You gave him a plate. Come on. And he was like, okay.
So I misunderstood the took part as in his wrongdoing was he stole, but the wrongdoing was because they were from another nation.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, like Esau, you got it. Esau was not supposed to do this, but he did it. Again, it shows the nature of who he was. You gotta think this is the man who got mad because he didn't get the inheritance. But look what you do. You gave up your birthright for food. Then you still got a blessing, got mad, and then cursed your brother like he tricked you. He didn't trick you. He asked you straight up, and you gave it to him. And then now you're already sleeping with women who are not of your nation. Because again, we know Esau, but Esau is a Shemite.
He is.
He is a Shemite. You know, he looked different, but he was a Shemite. So he shouldn't have slept with Canaanite women who are the descendants of Ham. So we're already seeing the start of how Esau moves.
This is literally Cain and Abel. It's another person who just does not follow the orders of the Lord.
Yep.
You start to see. This is why the younger brothers. Well, really, this is why the older brothers is so important, and why but it shows you the importance of it. You have two instances where Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau, where the older brothers just want to go off and do their own thing. The younger brothers look at the older brothers like, you tripping. There's something wrong with you. I'm not going to follow you. But wouldn't you like to have a household where the older brother is that guy and he gives an example for the younger brother? Well, here's what's happening with this. These are the older brothers. These are the elder brothers, and they want to go off and do what boys do.
Right.
They want to do what boys do.
They don't want to listen to their father. We see it with Ham.
Come on.
We see it with Jacob, Esau and Jacob. We see it with Reuben. All right.
He's a boy. He's a boy that's following his luck. Every last single person. Let me tell you something. You sin because of your lust. That's in the Bible. This is not tough talk. It's in the Bible. You sin because of your lust. What lust did Cain have? Cain's lust was he was greedy. He wanted to keep everything he had. What lust does what's his brother's name? Esau have? What lust does Esau have? Well, he's the brother of Jacob. He was greedy. Hey, I'm hungry. I gotta get it now.
Yeah, he was what's that word? Impulsive.
These are what you're seeing. You're seeing lust. When lust takes over, sin happens. This is why you have to fight your lust. This is why you fight your what? Your demons. This is why you just go do some push-ups. It's a funny thing, and this is even before what he laughing at. Even in the world, I used to think about if I feel like doing something, I'm just roll over and do 20, 25%. Because whatever that thing is it's not gonna wear me out like this gonna do.
Right.
This right here is gonna wear me out. That thing right there, I shouldn't even do. I should just roll over and do some push-ups. Before I call this tramp, let me just roll over and do some push-ups. Let me work out. Let me go figure out something else to do. That's your problem. You don't find nothing else to do. You know why? Because you don't have nothing else to do. Have something to do. So you won't be like, come on, man. If I may.
Go ahead.
The book of Genesis chapter 36, verse 2. Esau took his wives as the daughters of Canaan, Ada, the daughter of Elon, the Hittite, and Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, the Hivite, and Bashemeth, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebajoth, or Nebajoth. Verse 4, and Adah bare to Esau Eliphaz, and Bashemath bare Reuel. Okay, through 11. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36. Chapter 36, verses 5 through 11. Wa'a halaya bama yalada ata yayash yayawasha wa'ath yailam wa'ath Kwabaka Allah Banya Aishawa Ashar Yalad Yaladwa Lawa Ba'aratazah Kanain, verse 6, Wayakwaka Aishawa Ath Nasa Yawa, Wa'ath, Ban Yawa, Wa'ath, Banat Yawa, Wa'ath, Kal, Napashawath, Bayat Wa, Ma'ath, Makwana, Hawa, Wa'ath, Kal, Baha Mathwa, Wa'ath Kal, Quana, Yanawa, Ashar, Rakash, Rakash, like it. Ba'aratazah, Kana'ain, Wayalak, Al, Aratazah, Mapunyam, Yaiquab, Akayawa, verse 7. Kaya, Haya, Raka Washam, Rabah, Mashabath, Ya Kadawa, Wala, Yakalaya, Aratazah, Magawa, Rayaham, Lasha'ath, Atham, Mapunya, Mapunyahum, verse 8, Wayashab, Aishwa, Bahar, Sha'ayar, Aishwa, Hawa'a, Adawam, verse 9, Wa'ala, Thala Dayawath, Aishwa, Abaya, Adawam, Bahar, Sha'ayar, verse 10, Allah, Shamawath, Bunyam, Aishwa, Allah, all your Pazah, Bun, Aida, Aishat, Aishwa, Ra'a Wa'al, Bun, Bashamath, Aishath, Aishwa, verse 11, last verse, Waya Hayawab, Bunya, Allah Yub, Allah Pazah, Thayaman, Awamar, Tazapawa, Waga Itham, Wakwatazah. The book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 5. And I see why I couldn't understand it. And Ahalabama bear Jeush and Ja'alam and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all his beasts and all his substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob. For their riches were more than that they might dwell together. And the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Verse 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Okay, so if I could real quick. This is where I want to break down geographically who Esau is. Now, what do we call Esau today? We say it every time. I just give it to you for time's sake. We call Esau the white man.
Right.
Now, let me ask you this. Are all Edomites white? When I say white, like I'm thinking like what our understanding of Esau is today, like white. We think like white American, like do all Edomites look alike? I'm kind of giving it to y'all. Do all Edomites look alike? Come on now. They don't. Okay, I'll break it down to you like this. Who did Esau sleep with? For time's sake, Hamites, right?
Right.
Hamites don't look like Edomites. Most of them are darker skinned, right?
Right.
Dark skinned race. So don't you think that even though, yes, you are who your father is, you think the Edomites might look a little, a little darker? I have a little tan to them, I'm saying this for a reason. Again, this goes to show that, let's see, there are the redhead Edomites, Spaniard Edomites. Yes, Spaniards are Edomites. Italians are Edomites, right? French are Edomites, right? Portuguese are Edomites. What you're thinking of is, you're thinking Europeans, right? We teach, of course, that this is true. Europeans are Edomites. We'll break it down for y'all a little further. How many continents are there?
Please say the right number. That's very elementary.
How many continents are there?
Less than 10. I give you that much. Oh, okay. Young man, they were 7.
Somebody says 7. You know what's crazy? You know what? In some countries, you're actually wrong.
Which is crazy.
Here in America, yes, we're taught that there's 7 continents. What's a continent? I think you said this last class. Actually, I think you did. I think you might have. Somebody said that. I'm pretty sure it was you.
I remember I talked about. I forgot what we talked about.
What is a continent?
I remember we talked about land masses.
Yeah.
People.
I'll give it to you like this. What surrounds a continent? Water, right? Now I'm gonna break it down to you, right? So this is the definition of a continent. Continent is a few things. It says any of the world's main continuous expanses of land. So of course, you have the 7 continents that we know of: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. There's also another one: a mainland contrasted with islands. An island is a landmass that's surrounded by water, like you said, right? So now I'm gonna go into the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. It says one of the 6 or 7 great divisions of land on the globe. Now, let me ask y'all something. A continent is a landmass that's surrounded by a body of water. What is Europe connected to? And I'm gonna get y'all thinking a little bit. Where's Europe? You got Africa right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Europe's not too far, but what is Europe connected to? Something right next to it. It's a very large landmass.
Probably like the biggest besides the other thing.
I'll give you a hint. Asia.
Thank you.
Okay, Asia. Europe is connected to Asia. If Europe is connected to Asia, how can Europe be a continent if it's connected to Asia? Now, again, this is what we're taught, right?
Hey.
All right. What's another name? I'll give you a hint. Combine the 2 words. You got Europe and Asia. Combine them. What is that?
I don't even know.
Go ahead. Like, what do y'all think it is? Think Europe and Asia. Combine the words. What you got? Not East Asia. Combine the words. You got Europe and Asia. Eurasian. Yes. What is Eurasia? For time's sake, I give it to you like this. This is the definition of Eurasia. Eurasia is the largest continental area on Earth, comprised of all of Europe and Asia. According to geographers, Eurasia is a single supercontinent. So Europe and Asia are actually one continent.
That's crazy,
right? But again, Esau will teach us this, right? So now, where's Mount Seir? Actually, no. Before I get there, before Israel was Israel, what was it called? I talk about this a lot, right? Think about what Esau just did. Who was he with?
the land of.
Who was he with? Who did he take the wives of? It's easy. Come on, we just said it, y'all.
You gotta understand, we had to go get. There you go.
Okay, Canaan. So they're the land of Canaan, right? Canaan is what? You go like North Africa, you got like Egypt, stuff like that. You keep going, you got Israel, which we know of today, but before that it was Canaan. So think of that area, right? So let me give it to you like this. Mount Seir is a mountainous region in the northwestern part of Edom between the Dead Sea and the Gulf of Aqaba. So I looked up where that's located. This is the Caucasus region, right? So this is, I know I don't have a map. I wish I did, but this is Israel or Canaan, which is called Canaan, right? You keep going. Now you have like Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey. You keep going up a little further. If you go up, guess where that is? Now you're in Europe. You got Greece, Romania, Ukraine, Austria, Italy, Germany, Poland. That's what you know of today, right? But Mount Seir is located in that area. So that shows that Edomites dwell in this region. This is where they're located, right? Because I know some of y'all, oh, Edomites aren't the white man. What are you talking about? This is literally where they were and where they are. This is why we say, oh, the white man is the devil. The white man, well, it comes from Europe.
Right.
Europe, that's just, you go up a little bit, you go this way. But it's still all connected. And let me see. I just had it. Hold on. Give me 1 second because I want to make sure everybody knows this. Like this is the Caucasus region, right? So the Caucasus region, I'll just go to it. The Caucasus region is a region spanning Eastern Europe and Western Asia, Eurasia. And it is satiated between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, mainly comprising of Armenia. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna butcher this word. It's Azerbaijan, Georgia, not here, but Georgia out there, and southern, guess what? Russia.
South Georgia, Russia.
All right. So again, this is why we say that Edomites are the white man. When we say white man, yeah, you think European, but no, it's actually that region. The Caucasus region, if you go out there now, some of them get offended. They're like, oh yeah, the white people in America, they're not real Caucasians. We're the real Caucasians. But the thing is, they look like them. Their skin might be a little darker. Their features might be a little different, but they're the same people. I think Kim Kardashian, their family, they're Armenian, I believe.
Yes.
They're Armenian. Now, before they got all that plastic surgery and stuff, they still looked white, but I call them off-white. Like you were just in the sun a little longer. That's really all it was, right? But they are, in fact, Edomites, that whole region. I'm saying this because I want y'all to really get the grand scheme of how big of a territory Esau really had. Don't just think Europe. Don't just think Italian, French, Portuguese. Like we know the Spanish. We know them. Those are what we would call East Europeans. That's what we call them because they're in the East. You go up, you go this way. It's East, right? They are. Let me make sure I get that right. Actually, hold on. It might be Western. Slovakia. Hold on. Make sure I get y'all the right information. Okay. The Northern Hemisphere. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Europe is the second smallest continent in the world. It is made up of peninsulas that extend, westward, Slovakia, Western European, Slovakia, westward from Eurasia. So that's why I want y'all to understand when we say, people in the world are going to try to tell you that Esau is not the white man. Trust me, I've been through it. When you geographically break down where Mount Seir is, this is why it's good to learn the Bible, and you learn these locations. People don't teach about Mount Seir and all that today. And you see they were in the Caucasus region. Esau started procreating with Hamitic women in the land of Canaan, and they started spreading out, started going to different territories. Just because not all Edomites look the same, we think like, blue eyes, white skin, red hair. Like that's what we think of. But remember, not all Edomites look like that. Same way, not all Israel look the same. Not all Edomites look the same. So that's just, again, to show you who Esau is and to prove that, yes, these are the Edomites of what we're talking about. There was just a certain select of them that, came over and messed up everything else. You know what I'm saying? But again, also showing that Russia are also Edomites.
Right.
So this is the so-called white man. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Salaki. I just wanted to bring that up.
Look. All you gotta do is get a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. It's gonna tell you exactly where these people lived at. Mount Seir. You gotta understand. Can you tell me about the noses?
What's up?
It was one day we was breaking down why their nose is like long.
Oh, you gotta think of the region. So, okay, based off where you're located, I'm not sure if people already know this, but if you're in a what's the word? I can't think of the word right now.
Mountains?
It's like I guess I'll just stick with Esau. If you're it's like it. If you're closer to the equator is hot. So obviously you want to be adapted to that environment, right? So here's a few features you may have. And this is for anybody, not just Israel. You might have darker skin.
Right.
Darker skin, you got more melanin. The more melanin you have, the thicker your skin is. It's thick. Why? To help repel the UV rays from the sun, because we're out in the sun, right? Also, because our skin is thicker, it actually ages slower. That's why you see a lot of black people, a lot of Hispanics, a lot of natives. When we get older, we don't wrinkle the same way that like heathens do, especially Edomites.
Right.
Now, Edomites, yeah, I think mountainous, a mountainous region, high altitude, high elevation, not as much sunlight.
Right.
So they don't need as dark of skin because I mean, the sun ain't beaming on you like that.
Right.
But guess what? It's colder. So our hair goes up. Anybody know why that is? For time's sake, I'll give it to you. Our hair usually goes up for, I'm gonna say more the southern tribes because the heat. It helps circulate, not heat. I forgot the words, like it. It helps cool your head in a sense, right? It helps cool your head. Native Americans, or also Hispanics too, usually have like a darker, like olives. No, I don't say olive. That's what people are saying. I'm saying like a tan skin tone, right? Like they like Mexicans. Mexicans, they're not like, they might not be as dark as like a Judite or a Benjamite, but they have darker skin, right? And their hair, even though it might go down, it's real thick. It's a lot thicker. Why? Because they may live in a region where it has seasons. Seasons, so can't be too dark because it's gonna be cold too, but can't be too light because it's gonna be hot as well. Now Esau lives in a mountainous region where it is cold, and I've been to Europe. It's a little chilly up there. People like us, we ain't gonna thrive out there.
Right.
They can though. So guess what? Their hair grows down. Why? Because it helps insulate the heat. It traps it. Their noses are thinner because our noses are wider because it's a hot region, so we need to intake more air. That's what we need, right? Same thing, like Indians and Saudi Arabia. I'll say like Middle Eastern, right? They kind of have like a kind of hook to their nose a little bit. You want to know why? Because sandy helps guard them from all them sandstorms.
That's crazy.
You see how everything kind of plays into factors. So the reason why I'm bringing that out, so like I don't want to be too long-winded. The so-called, I'm saying Amalek, right? They try to say that they're the real Jews. How can you be the real Jews and you live in a hot region? You don't belong there. I found out that at one point they were like top 5 for skin cancer. And I guess like whoever the government or whatever is out there told them that they have to go inside during extremely hot hours because their skin could not take the heat out there. You don't belong there. Same thing. Edomites don't belong out here.
Right.
I think America is like top 10, and then there's another one, Australia. Australia, the original Australians, they're not our people, but I think they're called Aboriginals, dark skin, right? It's hot. Well, Esau killed most of them off, and then they went out there. Guess what? They got to wear sunscreen, skin cancer, because you're not supposed to be in a hot environment. Again, showing that they're not the real Jews, and they belong in the Caucasus Mountains.
Right.
They belong in Europe. They belong in Georgia. They belong in Russia. They belong out there. That's what they're designed to be. So lucky. That's all I
got. 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau; Reuel, the son of Basemath, the wife of Esau; and the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kanai. If you just look up Teman, you're gonna see Teman is gonna be a prominent name of the, I would say, Edomite family. You're gonna see it throughout the Bible. When you start seeing future prophecies of the Bible, Teman is mentioned. Speaking of future prophecies, in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah 34 and 5 and 6 and chapter 63 verse 1. She is the only neighbor. I read it again. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not giving any promise of mercy from God. You got to understand what's happening. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. He's not going to get any mercy. No mercy. You're looking, and that's your problem. Your problem is you want God to love everybody. That's your problem. Your problem is you want mercy for everybody. You want Jesus Christ to come back and give out hugs and kisses and chocolate bears and chocolate candies and roses and say, oh, my child, you are forgiven for putting all these black people and Hispanic people through hell. Oh, my child, you are forgiven. It was not your fault. Your parents did this. Oh, my child, don't worry about it. 400 years of slavery, you are good to go. You ain't got to pay for it. I'm going to give you mercy. We are all God's children. God loves all of us. That's your problem because you're a fool. You are a fool. You are a Christian. And you do not believe in self-justice. You do not believe in justice for your people. No one on the planet Earth gives a damn about blacks and Hispanics justice at all. Not even blacks and Hispanics give a damn about blacks and Hispanics justice. A white man don't care about you. A white woman does not care about. Matter of fact, if I may, I'm not gonna tell y'all where I work at because I'm gonna put my business out there. But I do have a slavery. Anyway, I go to my slavery. Hispanic brother I work with, real cool, man. He just ended up getting his license for, I guess, operational manager. So there are tests that you can take so you can have a brand, so you could be like you tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Anyway, he's so good at his job or at his slavery, he's been doing it for, 20 years, I guess. He's now took the test to be an operational manager, so he can run his own company. The owner of our company, which is a Caucasian, the owner of our company, instead of congratulating him and saying, hey man, good job, blah, 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 this, that, and the third or whatever, you know what she tells him? She says, man, I'm glad you get that because now I can fire you. Wait, what? Yes. Wow. So the field that I'm in is recession proof, but there's definitely competition in that field. Instead of us saying congratulations, this man, that's a hard thing. I looked at the test, man. It's a hard test, man. It's a really hard test, man. Shout out to that brother for making it. I call him O. That's all I'm gonna give you. Shout out to O for passing this test, right? He's now able to become an operational manager and can run his own company in this field. Instead of her saying congratulations, you know what she says? I can fire you now. That instead, because she's so greedy, you should see the money this person makes, bro. And I'm gonna tell it to you off camera. This lady is making buku amount. Man, this lady made $15 million last year, man. $15 million last year, man. Grossing, paying everything else. She probably came in with about 8 or 9, maybe 10. This lady rich. And instead of her just saying, hey man, congratulations, maybe helping them out, maybe she said, nah. Maybe partnering up with this man. This. Let me tell you something about the Lord. The Lord is going to show you. He's going to show you the trinkets of your life that the white man is the devil. Right? You're gonna go through. You're gonna cruise by. You're like, hey man, it's a nice white person. This white person nice. This white person cool. This heathen's cool. They have no problem. And then they're gonna say something, and you're gonna realize what you're in. You're gonna realize I'm just a slave. There's an incident that happened with me that I really wanted to go off. I didn't. Somebody said something about watermelon. I really wanted to take it there. And I think this person is from like Iraq or something. So I had a lot of jokes. But I didn't. I could have talked about bummers and all that. But I didn't. You know why? Because I realized I'm around a bunch of heathens. But point is, the Lord is going to show you why these people don't deserve mercy. You have to get it out your mind that this person deserves mercy. I don't care if you laugh with them all day. I don't care if you have. I sit in the office with one of them. He's cool. Don't worry about it. I'm still going to have him as a slave. You have to put in your mind these people do not deserve mercy because they don't care about you. They do not care about you. The Lord is giving. I didn't look. Here's the crazy part. The Zondervan Bible Dictionary, who is written by a white man, tells you that these people will not get any mercy. This is a white man reading this. This is a white man writing this. So why are you so conditioned to want to give them mercy? Why are you so conditioned to want to look at them and say, man, they all ain't bad. They deserve some good things that I'm gonna get. Why are you so conditioned? It's called Stockholm syndrome. You should look it up. You have a problem because your captives have given you a trinket. They have given you some food and some water, and now you forget to look at them as your captives. you forget to look at them as this person is the reason why I'm in the condition I'm in. I should not come from a broken home. My family should have been following the laws, statutes, commandments. Guess what? Because of these people, my family don't even know what the laws, statutes, and commandments are. Because of this, my family thinks that all people are God's chosen people, and that everybody can be saved. Guess what? They died believing that. They died believing that, but not you. Hopefully, so like, yeah, that's it. I'm going. I'm gonna read. This is pretty much his names after this. Okay, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 12. 12. Watamanai, Hayata, Payalagash, Paya, Lagash, La Paza, Bun, Aishawab, Wata La Paza, Ath, Ima Laqua, Allah, Bunya, Aida, Ashath, Aishawa, verse 13, Wa'ala, Bunya, Ra'ai, Wa'al, Naka'ath, Waza Raka'ah, Shema, Wamata, Wamazah, Allah, Hayawah, Bunya, Bashamath, Aishath, Aishawah, Wa'ala, Hayawah, Bunya, Allah, Ahalya, Bama, Bath, Aina, Batha, Tazah, Ba'ai1, Ashath, Aishawab, Watalad, La Yeshua, La Aishua, Ath, Ya'ai, Yasha, Yai Wash, Wa'ath, Ya'ilam, Wa'ath, Kwabaka'ah, Allah, Alawapaya, Bunya, Aishwa, Bunya, Allah Pazar, Bakwa War, Aishwa, Alawap Tazar, Thayaman, Alawat Tazar, Awamar, Alawat Tazar, Tazapawa, Alawat Tazar, Kwanazar, Alawat Tazar, Kwaraka'ah, Alawat Tazar, Ga'aitham, Alawat Tazar, Aimalak, Allah, Alawa Panya, Alawa, Salakia. All your Pazar, Ba'aratazar, Adawam, Allah, Banya, Aida, verse 17. 18. Wa'ala, should I just run through them? Banya, Ra'ai Wa'al, Bun, Aishua, Alawatazar, Naka'ath, Alawa Tazar, Zaraka'ah, Alawa Tazar, Shema'ah, Alawatazar, Mazah, Allah, Alawa Panya, Ra Wa'al, Ba'aratazar, Adawam, Allah, Banya, Bashamath, Ashath, Aishawab, verse 18, Wa'ala, Banya, Ahal, Yabama, Ashath, Aishawab, Al-Ratazah, Yaiwash, Al-Watazah, Yailam, Al-Watazah, Kwaraka'ah, Allah, Alawapanya, Aha, Layabama, Ath, Aina, Aisha, Aishawa. I don't even like this name. Okay, bet. 12. The book of Genesis, chapter 36, verse 12 through 18. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek.
Sorry if I could. Who's Amalek?
Very simple.
Yeah, I gotta be quick with this one.
We've been beefing with them forever.
They are Edomites. Who's Amalek? Who's Amalek specifically today? What we call them? Come on, y'all should know this one. We talk about them quite a bit, actually.
Oh, Amalek. It's very simple.
Who is Amalek? Nobody knows? Not
No.
Arab, no.
The Orthodox Jewish, sir.
Arabs, no, not Arabs, y'all.
She got the Orthodox Jewish.
The Orthodox, they're the fake Jews.
Yeah.
The fake Jews, right? Yeah, Arabic will be who? Times like years ago. That's Ishmael.
Ishmael.
That's Ishmael, right? We can go back.
All right. Okay. And verse 13, and these are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, and Zerah, Shema, and Mazah. These were the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife. And these were the sons of Aholabamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife, and she bare to Esau Jeush and Jaalam and Korah. These were dukes of the sons of Esau. The sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Timon, Duke Omar, Duke Sepho, Duke Kenaz.
Now, just for time's sake, a duke in the Bible, this would be like, think of like a high-ranking person, like a captain,
Right.
Just so I make sure that I give y'all the right definition. So this is duke in the Bible. We have chief, that says it's chief, chieftain, captain, governor, or guide. So just think like these are like top men, like under Esau,
right,
in a sense.
Verse 17, and these are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son, Duke Nahath, Duke Zerah, Duke Shema, Duke Mazah. So like these are the dukes that came of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife, and these are the sons of Aholabamah, Esau's wife, Duke Jeush, Duke Jaalam, Duke Korah. These were the dukes that came of Aholabamah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. Thank you. These names crazy. All right. For time's sake, we're gonna do the rest in English. We're just gonna run through, and also it's just a bunch of names of Edomites, and who cares about Edomites? I don't. Verse 19. These are the sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land. Lotan and Shabal and Zibeon and Anah and Dishan and Ezer and Dishan. These are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir in the land of Edom. And the children of Lotan were Hori and Heman, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. And the children of Shabal were these, Alvan and Manahath, and Ebal, Shapho, and Onam. And these are the children of Zibeon, both Ahah and Anah. This was that Anah that found the mules in the wilderness as he fed the asses of Zibeon, his father. And the children of Anah were these, Dishan and Aholabamah, the daughter of Anah. And these are the children of Dishan, Hemdan and Ishban and Ithran and Sharan. The children of Ezer are these, Bilhan and Zaavan and Akan. The children of Dishan are these, Uz and Aram. These are the dukes that came of the Horites, Duke Lotan, Duke Shabal, Duke Zibeon, Duke Anah, Duke Dishan, Duke Ezer, Duke Dishan. These are the dukes that came of Hori, among their dukes in the land of Syria. Verse 31. And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before there reigned any king over the children of Israel. Why is that so important? Here's why that's important. Because we are the last nation that was made. We are the fewest in numbers. And if I may, that's why strength is not in numbers. In the world, that's why everything in the world is backwards. They say strength in numbers. No, it's not. No, it's not. The Lord does not place his love. That's in the scriptures. The Lord does not place his love upon us because we were so many. Because we were few. The Lord, I got a love for these people. These people are small. These people are small, but I'm going to make them mighty. This is a small group of people. But guess what? I'm going to turn them into something. Let me tell you something. 10 of your buddies can go whoop 100 of them.
And if I could, we read that last week because who did we read about? Time's sake, 2 brothers, Simeon and Levi,
went through the whole.
Come on, they was dangerous. There was a reason why. Look, you ever wonder why like Dominicans and Haitians fight so much today? It's because look, Esau knew like, oh, they different. Y'all know Levites was one of the only ones to win their war, right?
First revolution.
They won, and they still fighting. Don't get me wrong, like French
to this day.
Yeah, to this day. For time's sake, real quick, just a little bit of history. In America, the English knew, because remember, they're all Edomites, they knew what's happening with the French and so-called Haitians, right? And they did not want, like the Judites here, they didn't want Judites to know what was going on with the Levites because Judites been fighting.
Right.
All right. But then they knew, like, oh, if they find out what their brothers on that island are doing and they won, that's going to inspire hope.
Right.
We don't want that. So we got to make sure that they don't know what the Levites are doing.
Right.
Slovakia.
And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before there reigned any king over the children of Israel. And Bala, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom. And the name of his city was Dinhabah. And Bala died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah of Basra, reigned in his stead. And Jobab died, and Husham of the land of Temani reigned in his stead. And Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Avith. And Hadad died, and Samlah of Masarakah reigned in his stead. And Samlah died, and Saul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. Verse 38. And Saul died, and Baal Hanan, the son of Akbar, reigned in his stead.
All right, so for time's sake, we're going to be closing the class. A few things right before we close the class that you can take away from this. We're in the book of Genesis. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of everything. All right, this is the beginning of, I guess you could say, Esau's kingdom in a sense, right? It's the beginning of Israel, so on and so forth. The one that I wanted to harp on the most was, again, proving that the so-called, that's why we say so-called, white man is Esau. Trust me, I've bumped into plenty of fake Israelites, Christians, so on and so forth. Those brothers who have been in school long enough, you already know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Who try to argue like, no, it's not the white man, it's not the white man. Not all Edomites are white. And the thing is, they don't understand. We know that. It's just that we live in America. All right. Most of the Edomites out here, like, there ain't a lot of Russians out here. Right. There ain't a lot of Armenians out here. There ain't a lot of Georgians from there. They're not out here. We have what? Italians, we got the English, we got the British, we got the French, Portuguese, Spaniards, so on and so forth. Like, we have the Western Europeans. That's what we have. But Europe, again, this is why I wanted to break this down. And some geographers, they argue, which is technically right if we're going by the definition, there is no such thing as Europe and Asia. It's actually Eurasia, because it's one supercontinent, because a continent is defined as a landmass, or I guess you could say an island, depending on where you go, surrounded by a body of water. Right. Well, the thing is, Europe never broke off. It's not its own territory in a sense. When you actually break it down, they're a part of Asia. Eurasia is the reason why it's called supercontinent. That's the biggest continent of them all. You got everybody. You got Ishmael. You got Esau. You got some Hamites over there. You got Moabites. You got all of them up there because it's just such a large landmass. With that being said, when you go through the Bible and you learn, that's why it's good to study and good to attend classes and learn. When you learn about the conquest of Esau, where he went, where he started. He started having wives in the land of Canaan. He didn't even make it to where you think of like Italy and Spain. He wasn't up there, not yet. Yeah, right. Esau's boundaries, they have been created. That's true.
They make their own.
Exactly.
They don't follow any rules.
Exactly. They created their own rules as they went on. But if we're going to go way back when, well, Esau, technically, he started kind of close to Africa, like towards the Horn. That's what they call it, Horn of Africa, which is like Egypt. A little past that. That's where he kind of started.
Right.
Then he ventured out. But think about where he is today. He's still there. You know, you got the Western ones that ventured off, but they're still there. So when we say the white man is the devil, white man is Esau. Yes, we think white as in here, like white American.
Right.
We talking about all the white folk. We talking about the real Caucasians. Caucasians, the Caucasus Mountains. That's where you come from. That's where you ventured off. Mount Seir is close to Jordan.
Right.
Jordan is within that area. So yeah, not all Edomites are pastel white. We know that. But the ones that you primarily see today, they're white,
right,
for the most part. And you see their nature. That's why we brought up how earlier Esau, he did what Jacob didn't do. Jacob took wives of his own nation, and then Esau said, "Oh, I like these Hamitic women. I'm about to go sleep with them. When I have my birthright, guess what? Nah, I want food.
That's crazy.
I want ham hocks. That's what I want. I don't want none of that other stuff. Oh, you know what? Uncooked. Just ate it. Probably didn't even cook it, right? Because Esau be doing weird stuff like that. And then still got a blessing, by the way. Still got a blessing. A crazy ass blessing.
Right.
And then said, you know what? No, I'm mad at my brother. I'm going to kill him. What? That's who we're dealing with. And you have to, I'm glad you brought this up earlier. You have to understand this is spiritual. It has nothing to do. We don't hate the white man because he looks a certain way. We don't care about that. God don't care about that. He hates him because of his actions. He hated the Midianites because of their actions. He hated Amalek because of his actions. He hated the Egyptians because of their actions. It has nothing to do with what they look like. Nobody care about that.
And if I may,
go ahead.
He hates you because of your actions.
Yeah, you're a sinner. He hates you.
That's your problem. That's your problem. Let's wrap it all up. That's your problem. You're a sinner. You sitting here watching this class and you're a sinner. You should stop. You should stop. Before you get treated like an Edomite. Before you get treated like a Hamite. Before you get treated like an Ammonite.
If I could. No, I'm glad you brought that up too, because guess what? I'm going to ask one more question before we end the class. What's a Gentile?
Please, somebody.
I'll break it down quickly because I'm about to answer. What is a Gentile? Last question of the class. What is a Gentile? Or who do we call Gentiles?
Come on.
Last question, y'all. Come on.
You can be wrong in the chat. It's fine.
No, yeah, don't be afraid to answer. Okay, which kind?
Great question.
Okay, well, what do you think we're talking about? You can give. I don't want to say it because then I'm kind of giving it away. Just give out what you think a Gentile is. If you think it's multiple things, hint. You go ahead and say it.
A person, nation, or Israelite that's living like a heathen.
There you go. I'll take it.
A sinner.
Okay.
Israelites who live outside the land of Israel and live as heathens.
There you go. All right. Yes. The common term that we use, a Gentile is a heathen. All right. Yes. But I believe it's the book of Amos. I believe it's Amos. I might be getting that wrong.
What is that?
I believe it's the book of Amos. Cornelius.
No, it's Acts.
Acts. Salaki. I said Amos.
Crazy.
I'm way off.
New Testament.
It's an A. Salaki.
It's an A.
Acts. Yeah. All right. Now, just brief, real quick. Right. We were considered Gentiles. Why? Because a Gentile, this word right here, Hellenize.
Right.
Time say to Hellenize someone, which I just said, it can be an Israelite that has accustomed to heathen culture. Same way, American, right? Accustomed to heathen culture. If you, I don't know, so-called Native American, you live in China, I don't know how you got out there. But if you out there and you start doing what the Moabites do, you get considered a Gentile because that is what you are doing.
Right.
Like you gotta think when you're sinning, you are considered a Gentile because you're doing things that heathens would do. Heathens are not bound by law.
Right.
Heathens cannot sin. Like a white man can eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. He'll live to be 90 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Probably past that. You eat it, you're gonna get diabetes. All right, you're gonna get high blood pressure. You can get gout.
Right.
That's what you're gonna get. All right. White man can kill. That was his blessing. He's blessed with the sword. He can kill whoever, right? And he might not get as harsh as a sentence. You kill somebody, oh, you're dying, or you're gonna get the maximum punishment. Because the Lord is saying, hey, you know what? Since you want to live like a heathen, I'm gonna treat you as such. You're a Gentile. Don't be that. So, like you said, God hates sinners. Because a sinner is a what? If you're bound by the law and you're sinning, you're a Gentile.
You are a Gentile.
You're
If you went out and
nobody.
voted, you're an American. Which is a what? There's no Americans in this Bible. There are no Americans in this Bible. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. Because they're heathens. No one gives a damn about heathens, man. Your problem is you do whatever everybody else around you does, which is why the Lord always keeps heathens around us and Gentiles around us. Why? To see what your dumb behind is going to do. They go vote, guess what you need to do? You need to go out there and march to vote. Somebody's going to argue with me about why I should not vote because my people went out there and died because they want us to vote. Well, if people went out there and died for women to get abortion. Should I support that? People went out there and died for us to smoke weed and crack. Should I support that?
It's like if I could. Wasn't it? There was a brother not that long ago. He had that MAGA hat, and he went to a Trump rally, and they beat the hell out of him.
Beat the hell out. You know why? You know why? Because what he naturally is and what he spiritually is an Israelite. And everybody hates Israelites. But physically, what did he want to be? He wanted to be an American. And they showed him how Americans treat you. They beat the hell out of that brother.
He was an American that day.
He was American that day. Guess what? Americans gonna get beat up too. Eventually.
But yeah, that's it. I hope y'all take a lot from this class. Of course, we'll be back again next Saturday. Tune in. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. The water for participating. And with that, shalom.